Ow.
Ah, the eye.
Okay.
We're telling scary stories. That hurts so much. And here we go.
Quit.
So once upon a time, there's a boyfriend and a girlfriend.
And they're making a sandwich.
And they're making a sandwich in the '09 Camaro. Okay, and so it runs out of gas, even though ergonomically it wouldn't. It runs out of gas. And so they were like, oh crap. And so they were sitting there, and the scary guy walks up to the window and says, hello, my name is Aaron Williams. And we're like, oh God. He goes, I have 4 Oxycontins, and I am overdosed.
5 Oxycontin.
5 Oxycontins.
That's his number actually.
And the boyfriend and girlfriend were like, please shut up. And so, you know, they're out of gas, and Aaron walks on. And then, and so they're like, we need a gas station. She's like, I know. And he's like, well, we need a gas station now.
I took 5 Oxycontin.
And then this girl comes up, and her name is Marcy Bartfield or whatever. And she just has these crackers, and she just takes out the crackers and starts eating the crackers. She's like, and then she leaves, and like she doesn't help them get gas. Well, then Tung Vo comes up, and Tung Vo's a weird Vietnamese kid. And he goes up to Mo. He goes, excuse me. And I say, yes. He goes, I need help. Oh, I can't do it. And they go, well, we need help too. We need gas. Oh, I don't have no gas. And so he walks on. And then there's this boy named Chad Green, and he walks up to the car.
And he's like, I'll be airing up at church.
And he was all like, I'm a redneck. I wear my Carhartt overalls that are khaki colored and my Carhartt boots and my Oakley.
Ow.
And so they were like, well, you're scary. We don't want help from you. And all this time, they're sitting their '09 Camaro on this hill. And then finally, oh God. And then finally, the boyfriend was all like, oh, it's in neutral. It's not out of gas. It's in neutral with the parking brake on.
And we're not stuck in the mud.
And so they go and they ride. And then they see this big old insane asylum called SHS.
That's Southside High School.
Who's telling the story? So anyway, this mental institution that so happens to be the same letters as Southside High School. Yeah, so there's all the guards outside. There's Mal Murphy. And there's Bing Crosby. And and Helen Keller's even there. But you know, she helps the students with disabilities.
Keller's dead.
It's a story. She could be alive.
Miss Rocky Balboa was
Rocky Balboa was there.
And Miss Yeti is there.
It's still good.
And B. Arthur's there. Okay, and so they're all like, oh, look at this '09 Camaro. And they're like, aren't we supposed to get a transfer in today? Yeah, and they're supposed to bring it in with an '09 Camaro. Well, the girlfriend didn't know that the boyfriend was bringing her in because he went and died. So anyway, the girlfriend didn't know that the boyfriend was trying to set her up into the mental institution. And by the way, the boyfriend's name is Brett Michaels, and the girlfriend's name, well, Taylada's his mistress, but the girlfriend's name is Taye. And Taye was like hearing voices, and so she had to go away. Well, then he walks her up to the SHS mental institution, and Brittany Starr is in there. And Brittany Starr is wearing these headphones, and the plug is in her nose, and she's like rocking out, going, wicka, wicka. And
that's why she's in there.
and then Britannia comes up. Britannia comes up and she's like, "Oh, Brittany Starr, you is so ghetto." And Brittany Starr was like, and pulled out her piercing in her cheek.
What?
And then Britannia
It's bleeding.
was like bleeding everywhere. And then the hole got bigger. And then Aaron Williams comes up and has a beer bottle. And
Betty's
but
dead.
he came back to life.
As always.
And then he didn't, it wasn't a beer bottle. It was a pill container. And he just like, put it in there because he had to save it. I don't know why.
Where's Mantasha?
Well, then here comes along Chad Green, and him and Aaron Williams start making out.
Mantasha?
And then Natasha comes up and she's like, "That's scary."
No, you don't do
That's
that.
girl.
And she like shoots them. Okay. And then Brittany Davis comes along because she's in there too. And she's all like,
definitely.
"I've been in the mental institution for 7 years."
I've been ironed.
But you can't iron in a mental institution. And then Britney Spears is in there with Jaden James and Sean Preston. And
Jaden, where are you, baby?
she flushed one of them down the toilet because he ate her back at him.
Huh?
And so, all this is true, by the way. It's in my mind.
Did it go down?
And the next story will commence following the short, brief introduction.
Honey dog.
You can't flush a dog down the
Yeah, you can.